Oh, hi there, and Merry Christmas. Have you ever wondered what's so happy about Christmas? It could be many, many things. I think there's a lot to be happy about. I love the lights, I love the food, I love the gifts, giving and receiving, especially receiving. I love all the family time and just spending time with people I love. There's a lot to be happy about at Christmas. But not everyone feels that way, I think. Often it's a time of loneliness and isolation, a time of expectation and pressure for so many people. And so what is so happy about Christmas that can transcend all of those things that we feel and think about? What is the core message of Christmas really about? Well, I think it's kind of in the name, Christmas. It's about Christ, Jesus Christ. Listen to the opening lines of the Gospel of John. He says this: "In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, and the Word was with God. He was with Him in the beginning, and through Him all things were made." Now that might sound really weird to our modern ear. What is this word that he's talking about? What is going on? Well, to the original hearer, being Greek, and in the language that it was written in the Greek, this word is logos. And the Greeks at the time would have understood this to be the intelligent, rational structuring behind the whole cosmos, the whole universe. Although it was impersonal, you couldn't know it. And so what John is doing is saying, well, here it is. Here's this intelligent structuring. But if you're paying attention, you'll see that very quickly he moves to speak about this word in personal terms. He says, He was with God. Through Him, all things were created. And so to me, in one of the most stellar parts of the whole Bible, John takes this sort of impersonal concept of the Logos and basically shows how this is the personal God of the Bible who steps in the person of Jesus Christ. Later in the Gospel, he'll go on to tell us that the Word became flesh and dwelt among us. And that is really the hope of Christmas. You see, we can't work our way up to God. We keep doing the things we don't want to do. We don't do the things we know we should. And so we need something outside of us to fix us. No matter how much we try and hype ourselves up and do better and be better, it's just never enough. And if God is holy, there's no way that we could ever reach our way up to Him. And so what does He do? Well, He condescends. He steps down. He steps in to come and find us. Now, every other religion or worldview would pretty much say the opposite thing. It would say that, well, you need to work harder, you need to do better, you need to be better. Think about the idea of karma that you'd find in Hinduism. Well, it's all about you doing better, living a better life so that you can work your way up through these levels or stages, essentially, and escape the cycle of reincarnation. And, if you muster up enough good deeds, well, that's good karma, and in the next life you'll come back as something better and better until hopefully you escape it all. But it's all on you. You have to do better. Well, think about Buddhism. You have to try and find transcendence, or many different kinds of Buddhism, but that's essentially it. You have to try and find an escape and a transcendence through knowing the fivefold truths and following the eightfold path. But again, it's all on you to do it. Or what about Islam? Again, there's no real bar. There is no grace from God. It's basically your good works, and you have to do enough of them. But how many is enough? Nobody knows. And so there's no confidence. There's no hope of salvation there. And this is where Christianity is radically unique, radically different. It says the God who made it all, the God who made you and knows you and loves you, actually steps into the world to come and find you. And He does this in the form of a baby in a manger. And this is what we celebrate at Christmas time, the baby born in a manger, Jesus Christ. And He does this to show that He is near, that He's not far off and distant, but He's near and He cares. And He comes to live a human life so that He knows what it's like to have all the ups and downs of life and experience the struggles and stresses and sufferings that we too experience. But most of all, He does it to show us what He's like, show us the right way to live, but also to rescue us. Because we can't fix ourselves, we need something outside of us to do that. And so God comes to bring rescue, to bring forgiveness, and to bring grace. And that is worth celebrating. That is something to be happy about at Christmas time because it's true. And so my invitation this Christmas time is that you would respond to the gift of God's grace that He is offering you. You don't have to clean yourself up to come to God. You don't need to do better and be better. You can come as you are. And so if you've never thought about that before, if you've never considered the claims of Christianity and the true meaning of Christmas, well, again, my invitation to you this Christmas will be to pick up the Bible, turn to the Gospel of John, and read for yourself about this amazing God who steps in to show that He loves you and cares for you. Merry Christmas.